consecutive green arrows and now 3 free transfers to tackle Game Week 27. It's time to look ahead to my team selection. Help me get this one to 1,000 likes and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Starting off with how my double Game Week 26 went then, and this feels like a long time ago now. I made the decision to play the triple captain. I got it wrong by going with Gabriel over Rice. Gabriel with a 7-pointer, Rice with a 14. That was quite a significant swing for those managers on triple captain. Obviously, it didn't work out as I'd hoped, but no regrets. I knew going into this game that Gabriel hadn't blanked in consecutive games all season. He did get the assist against Wolves. It's just a shame it wasn't the 6, 8s and 10s that we are used to. But, you know, I've played the chip. I didn't know when else I was going to play it. In terms of returns elsewhere, Semenyo came up trumps with a goal and an assist in the 3-0 win against Fulham. João Pedro with a goal and an assist against Leeds. Haaland obviously got an assist but then was scored, but there was then subbed. O'Reilly on my bench with a 13-pointer. That one stung, especially with a 0-pointer from Chris Richards. And it may mean that I need to be a bit more creative with my formation going into Game Week 27. Haaland as an injury flag is something to consider as well. Let's have a look then at the form versus fixture charts going into Game Week 27. And top of the charts, it's Chelsea. Obviously, they've had that fantastic run of fixtures, which still continues for this week. Arsenal are in second place, not far behind, with a good run of results for them. City in third, Manchester United fourth. There's quite a lot to dig into there in terms of teams with a good run of form right now. At the opposite end of the table, we see Wolves way off the pace with Brighton, West Ham, Sunderland, Newcastle, Fulham and Spurs all getting dragged into it. Not a lot to separate those sides. If we look at the fixture charts, at the top of the chart, we've got Brentford. Now, Brentford are a side that I currently don't have any investment in whatsoever, which is a concern with Brighton, Burnley, Bournemouth, Wolves. Their next 4 fixtures, Bournemouth remain up there as well. A good run of games for them. West Ham, Sunderland, Brentford and Burnley. In third place, it's Liverpool. So that's the top 3 teams I currently own no players from. At the bottom, Spurs way off the pace. Obviously, it's been a bad period for them, but it's not helping the fact that they've got really poor upcoming fixtures coming as well. It's really going to put us off their assets with Arsenal, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Liverpool in the next 4 game weeks. Also down there, we see Brighton, West Ham and Nottingham Forest. So when we put all that together, top of the charts is Bournemouth. Second is Chelsea. I'm tripled up on them. Third is City, another team I'm tripled up on. Fourth is Liverpool, really close behind City. Fifth is Arsenal, again a side I'm tripled up in. At the bottom end, Wolves, Brighton, Spurs, West Ham. If you're invested in their assets, now looks like it could be the time to jump off if you haven't done so already. Having a look at my team then, transfer plans. I've got 3 free transfers, 0.8 million in the bank. Haaland has been pictured in training on Tuesday, so for me, he's absolutely a hold. The fact that City are doing so well in the charts, Leeds away next week, then Forest at home, West Ham away, he is got to be a player that you hold on to until that blank in Game Week 31. So yeah, he's going nowhere in my team as things stand. The weak links, it feels to me at the moment in my side, Calvert-Lewin in the attack, Aston Villa away next. He feels like a player to sell. If I was to sell him this week, it would be for Thiago, and in order to fund that move, I would have to sell Wilson in my midfield as well, because I've not got the funds to get to Thiago in one move. I'm actually only 0.4 million off, which is really frustrating. I do want Thiago. Whether I go for him this week or whether I wait a week is the question. Brighton aren't performing particularly well though, and it is a home game. He's got 1 goal in his last 5. Admittedly, tough fixtures in that spell. Arsenal, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Forest and Chelsea. But it's the fact that he scored 17 goals this season. We know how consistent Brentford can be when they have got the fixtures. Some big results in that time as well. So Thiago does need to come in. Do I do it this week or not? Well, if I was to do it this week, I would downgrade Wilson, and the player that I'm looking at as a replacement is Adley at Bournemouth, who has been in great form. He kind of found his way into the team game week 22, and in that 5 game week period he's got 2 goals, 2 assists, 2 double-digit hauls, 5.4 million. I've got the exact funds for that move, and that's the thing that could force me to make the move this week. West Ham away, Sunderland at home, Brentford at home, Burnley away is the next 4 game weeks. So they are the moves that I have in my mind going into game week 27. Now, there's a few reasons putting me off making the transfers this week, as crazy as that sounds. But knowing that we've got a blank game week 31 coming, and knowing that I've got 3 City players and a Crystal Palace player, I do kind of want flexibility of transfers down the line. And if I roll this week, I have 4 transfers for next week. If I make the moves, then I'll be down to 2 free transfers next week, which is obviously less flexibility. So I have got that in my mind, especially when I'm tripled up on Chelsea and I'm aware that maybe their fixtures do turn after this game week as well. There's a lot to kind of bear in mind. So at the moment, if I was to roll, this is how I'd line up. It would be double Arsenal defence for Spurs away, which I think is fine. Raya and Gabriel. Chalobah stays with Burnley at home. Richard stays for Wolves at home. And I think I would play O'Reilly as well for Newcastle at home. It would be a 4-4-2 with Wilson dropping to the bench and a midfield of Rice, Semenyo, Fernandes and Enzo, and a forward line of João Pedro and Haaland with Calvert-Lewin also on the bench. So this is the thing that's putting me off making those 2 free transfers, because as things stand, my 11 looks quite strong with Calvert-Lewin and Wilson on the bench. Obviously, I've got a good first sub in Wilson to come on if Haaland does miss out through injury. So it's like, do I really need to use those 2 frees this week? Because if I do, then I'll probably have to bench Adley, which feels wrong to transfer someone in and bench, but he would be the 8th attacker. But West Ham away is a great fixture for him. I would have to play Thiago, obviously. That's the reason he'd be coming in. Then I'd have to choose a defender to bench from O'Reilly, Chalobah and Richards. So it feels like using the 2 free transfers is good this week, because I know I've only got the exact funds, but to have 4 free transfers next week, a bit more flexibility, a bit more information, and my team only slightly better this week making the moves, I am leaning towards rolling. But let me know in the comments what you would do if this was your decision. Now, the other big decision to make is on captaincy, and I am really torn this week. I'm not considering Haaland, because I can't put the armband on a player that I'm not convinced is going to start. And especially because I'm tripled up on City, I already own Semenyo. I've got O'Reilly, who's probably going to make my 11 as well. I feel like I can get away with not going with Haaland. So my options really are Bruno Fernandes and João Pedro. I prefer João Pedro, given his form, over Enzo right now. I've also got Semenyo against Newcastle at home. So they're the 3 that I'm looking at. Right now, the Manchester United fan in me is drawn to the routes to points for Fernandes. Big game away at Everton. The final fixture of the game week, the Monday night fixture, just makes it that little bit more enticing as well. So at the moment, it is captain Bruno Fernandes, vice-captain João Pedro. But, you know, who knows? That could change come the deadline. But let me know what you think. Get your dilemmas in the comments as well. Let's get this one to 1,000 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you for watching.